Opas, I'm Jack the Greek and welcome back for another episode. Today on the Crossroad Barbecue, we're going to use the hot plate and we're going to use our beautiful frying pan. What you're going to ask? What we're going to make? We're going to make some Cypriot style Αγρέλια with patates and avyga. Yes? Asparagus, eggs with potatoes. All mixed up together for a beautiful appetizer, or you could also have it as a bit of a breakfast or even a main meal. But today, we're just going to make some in two different styles. One traditional Cypriot style, and then one for the yuck. First thing we're going to do is obviously get our pan ready. Of course, on a Crossroad Barbecue, you can put any pan on there, and it won't damage it in any way. So we'll put a bit of olive oil, beautiful olive oil. There we have there. And we'll just put the pan in the Crossroad Barbecue just like that. We'll keep the lid down so it gets warmer a lot quicker, and also the hot plate gets the right heat. Now, what we have here is we have our Αγρέλια. There we have, beautiful, our asparagus. We have some lemon that we're going to need, and of course we have our eggs. We're going to put our eggs in here for now, put that away, and we're going to start preparing our potatoes. Now with our potatoes, very simple, any potato you like, but of course you need to cut it into small little cubes, just like this. Because you're not going to fry this for long. It's not about sitting there cooking for half an hour. This should take 10 or 15 minutes max. So there we have. And we'll keep cutting the potatoes, just like this, all the way through. So we've cut our potatoes now, and as you can see, they're nice little squares, because they're not going to take too much time to cook. And right behind us, I've just lifted the lid, because it's getting a little bit too hot. Now with your asparagus, the way you want to prepare it is break off the bottom bit, just like that. That's the first thing you've got to do. And then we'll cut them all up. So I'll cut a few like that, because these are the bits you're going to throw away. You're not going to keep them. And with asparagus, we're going to do it exactly the same as well. We're going to cut them at about 1 centimetre, just like that. Beautiful. There we go. Just like that. Let's put them aside. And we'll just keep cutting. Like this, all the way through. Okay? There we go. The rest now, just to make sure I don't burn myself. And you can see here the oil is getting very hot now. And I'll put in the potatoes. There you go. Beautiful. Just put them in, and then we'll put that straight back on to the Crossroad Barbecue. Just like that. Put it in there. I've turned down the plate, the hot plate. Kept that a little bit lower because it's starting to burn as well. And we'll put the rest of the potatoes in there. Just like this. And then we'll put in the asparagus around a minute later, because it won't need the same amount of cooking time. So there we are. Grab asparagus out of there. Now we'll just give it a bit of a mix. We'll let them brown up. Because they're so small, they're not going to take more than 1 or 2 minutes to cook. And on this side here, we obviously need a little bit more olive oil, because we're going to get more at the bottom. Grab our spatula, just move that around, just like that, just to grease up the surface. And then we'll obviously get our little rings ready. So we have our rings here. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in this little container, and grab that and just put it around, because we don't want it to stick. We don't want the eggs, even though they're non-stick. Jack the Greek always likes to put a bit of extra olive oil just to make sure. So we'll put that there, and we'll do the next one as well. Beautiful. And there we have it. Excellent. Now let's have another look at the potatoes. Yep, they're starting to change colour. They're starting to change colour. Beautiful. There we go. We'll give that about another minute and a half, and then we'll put in our asparagus. Once we put our potatoes is to get our asparagus in. But the first thing we're going to do is just show you the potatoes. Look at them there. Opas. Look at that beautiful potato. There it is. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put it away, just like that, or just a little bit into the pan. Bowl, I should say. We've lost a couple, but we'll put them back in like that. We don't want to lose any of the potatoes. And why I'm doing this is just because the first minute I want to cook the asparagus on its own. So I'll put a bit of olive oil, a little bit more in the pan, just like that. And then we will put our asparagus in. I also need to separate some of the potatoes for our second dish as well. So we'll do that now. So there we are. So we've done that. Give that a bit of a mix, and we just let that simmer away. Now, as that's cooking, we now need to put in our full-length asparagus as well. Our Αγρέλια, as they say in Cypriot. And we'll put them there, just on the side. We've also got our eggs. We're going to get them ready now. A little bit more olive oil, just around there. And you can see the hot plate is ready to go. There it is, beautiful. So we're going to get that set up now. And there are our potatoes. So we do need to take out some potatoes. So therefore, what we'll do is we'll use this bowl for now, and we'll put some of the potatoes just like that. Probably a couple more. There we go. And the rest of the potatoes now, as I said, now that that's started to crisp up a little bit, move it back so you can see. Look at that. The asparagus won't need as much time as the potatoes. So now we'll just place the potatoes. So I'm just turning over now our asparagus, the one we've been cooking on the grill. Just moving that around so it cooks evenly. And there we go. So that's not going to take much more time than only about a minute or two. Over here, how's this going? It's going well. Look at that. Beautiful. Excellent. There we go. Put that back in there. You're not jumping out. There we go. And now it's time for the eggs. But the eggs for over here, one's over here. So we'll put the eggs in here. There we go. And the traditional Cypriot's going to say, this is not how we make Αγρέλια με patates, αυγά. But no, this is for the second dish that we're preparing. The other dish, which is the one on the right, we're going to mix up the eggs within the potatoes and the asparagus. You can see that our asparagus now is ready. So we're just going to plate that up and just leave that in there. And you would have noticed another little trick that I did. If you look on the side here, I've got another bowl. What I've done is I've put it on top of the eggs, so the eggs can just cook on top as well without burning underneath. So now, let's see where we're up to. We've got our potatoes, just here, and look at them go. They're nice and crisping up now with the Αγρέλια, the asparagus. And within about a minute now, we're going to put in the eggs. So let's just put that back there. And while we're here, cut up some bread, because we're going to use a bit of bread. And here we have it. Beautiful, look at this bread. There we go. Okay, so here we are now. We've got the eggs, and look at that. Beautiful. Look at those eggs. They're just about ready. And I'll say that they are ready. There we have it. Now, before we do that, we'll just leave them there. Just take the ring off. Look at that. See? Bit of extra olive oil. And the eggs come off beautifully. There we go. And one more we have. And we'll just take that off there. There we have it. Grab that ring. Just like this. Give it a bit of a shake. And this will come off as well. Beautiful. There we go. Sometimes it doesn't always. But there you go. The trick is there with a bit of olive oil. And your egg will come off. Beautiful. There you have it. Now, it's time to put the eggs over here. So, yep, that's what we'll do next. Let's go. Come in close. Just there. And we'll break up the eggs. Like that. Go straight in. And the second egg as well. Oh, bit of shell. We'll take that off. And all we're going to do now is give that a good mix. And we can probably turn everything off now. Turn off the grill. And let the egg just cook and mix itself through the beautiful potato, the Αγρέλια, just like that. Yeah. While we're there, grab a bit of pre-mixed salt and pepper with rigani. Put that in as well. And there we have it. Give that another mix. And as you can see, it doesn't need any more cooking. The egg, it's cooked within the own heat. Okay, so now it's time just to start plating up our meals. We've got our potatoes here. These are the potatoes. I'll move them up with my hands. That's okay. Put the potatoes in there, just like this. Rest your asparagus on top. And of course, don't forget your beautiful egg. One there. Well, we'll just put it down there, just like that. And there we go. They're the 2 eggs, just like that. Over this side, we now have our other dish. So we'll clean up a little bit, just move things to the side so we can bring in our pan. And there we have it. Okay, beautiful, look at that. Bring that in, a nice slice of bread, ciabatta bread, whatever you want. Plate up your potatoes, your asparagus, and your eggs, just like this. And there you go. Beautiful patates. Put that down. Beautiful patates, aυγά, Αγρέλια. Let's not forget, all cooked outdoors on the Crossway barbecue. A little bit of lemon on top, just like this. And of course here, leave the lemon here for the other plate. And you're going to ask, we've got 2 versions. What are they? You would have heard me right at the start. I did say we had the traditional Cypriot version, which is made in the pan. And we have our beautiful new yuppie version for dos yappides. And there we have it. 2 beautiful ways of eating your beautiful asparagus, potatoes and eggs on a nice cool Sunday morning. Thanks again for watching. From Jack the Greek. Opa.